I'm JJ, back at the Lotus Lounge. So it's Friday, July 30th, and I don't have any appointments scheduled, so I'm just relaxing, taking it easy. I had 11 appointments on Wednesday, I believe, and 9 on Tuesday, or the other way around. But and then I worked Monday and Thursday, so it's been a bit of a long week and somewhat emotionally draining, but feeling okay, feel good. So I'm taking it easy today. I have a handful of appointments tomorrow. I'm hoping on Sunday I'm going to have my guest on, who is also a therapist, to talk a little bit about, her experience in dealing with the current state of the world and how people are. She's pretty cool, and I'm really looking forward to it. But today I wanted to delve a little bit deeper into the rabbit hole and discuss the different dimensions and the connections with the universe and the cosmos. So I got this from soul_on_ice_soul on ice. It's a guy I follow on Instagram. He did a really cool video. So I want to share some of this information that he put out for pure education purposes, and just for you to have some knowledge. So what we're looking at is what he's calling the takeover. And it's a takeover of the universal time cosmology of the 12 dimensions of simultaneous time-space cycles within a 15-dimensional wave spectrum. So each harmonic universe is equal to the triad of spiritual identity that our consciousness evolves through as our personality. And that's the first, second, and third dimension. Your soul, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. The oversoul, the monad, the seventh, eighth, and ninth dimension. The avatar Christos, that's the 10, 11, and 12th dimension. And the founder consciousness, the 13th, 14th, and 15th dimensions. The mainstreaming of Satanism and the mainstreaming of Luciferianism are the current dominant cultures that are being displayed and secretly constructed through an array of social engineering experiments. These are being perpetrated through an increasing multitude of electromagnetic and chemical weapons targeting the unaware Earth population with the goal of mass mind control. Most people are still not able to discern the aggressive agendas that are hidden in plain sight that directly promote the death culture. These agendas are based upon manipulating satanic and Luciferian doctrines and ideologies, and their proponents continue to deceive the public through pushing for mainstream acceptance while denying accountability for the destructive harm caused by their actions. These controller groups desire to make the more extreme satanic and Luciferian ideologies and their related behaviors and rituals fully mainstreamed and socially integrated. Thus, the agenda is to mainstream these practices so that they will become legally protected when their various harmful activities are openly disclosed or observed in full view of the public. And this is hive mind programming. That's from soul_on_ice_. I want to give credit to where this information is coming from. But this goes hand in hand with the things that I've already discussed on here. Satanic ritual abuse, the sexualization of children, the transhumanist agenda. And I know I touched on that about the whole transgender agenda. And I'm not taking away one's identity, but what I'm saying, and this is what this coincides with, is that they're pushing this evil agenda, the transhumanistic agenda is of the dark side. So it's purely evil. Talked about Disney, the pedophilia, the satanic sexual ritual abuse, sex magic, the MK Ultra. All of this stuff is designed. It's social engineering to normalize this darkness. So the Dimension 11 fallen Anu Elohim dark avatar collectives caused the original fall of 250,000 billion years ago. 250,000 billion years ago, when they destroyed the universal Stargate 12, trapping innocent races in 11 dimensions in time, after which they progressively began raiding these entrapped realities in which the sons of light and the sons of darkness were both meant to spiritually evolve into ascension out of the time matrix universe. The Density 4, Dimension 11, anti-Christic, fallen Anu Elohim created the Density 2, Dimensions 4, 5, and 6, Jehovian Anunnaki, the pure strain Anunnaki, bipedal dolphin people, in reaction to the feline hominid Lyrian Elohim's creation of the angelic human lineage. The Anunnaki were created for and are genetically hardwired to destroy all humans on Earth, Tara, and Gaia. The Anunnaki brought human seeding one to an abrupt and cataclysmic end. There has been 5 human species extinction in Earth's history. In 2012, the Anunnaki were intending to orchestrate the 6th and final extinction of humankind. But the Guardians intervened. The failed Christos realignment mission, the 5D ascension, was meant to assist Earth in merging with Tara. After millions of years, in 2004, the Guardians aborted this mission and initiated Plan B failsafe, which involves ascension to Andromeda via the Aura Force Mother Arc gates. George H.W. Bush, Dimension 11, Dark Avatar, Incarnate, was born through a moon child satanic ritual, and he came to usher in World War III, but failed due to Guardian intervention. He worked the Thothian, Luciferian, Anunnaki agenda. Yeah, I know. Some crazy shit here. Throughout the eons, humanity's sacred feminine has been raped by the Anunnaki races and the Galactic Federation on a galactic level, a solar system level, and a planetary level, without access to our solar Christos feminine. We have been unable to communicate with our avatar identity level in density 4, dimensions 10, 11, and 12. The Thothian, Luciferian, Anunnaki, and the Galactic Federation invaded the Giza Stargate and our solar Stargate in 9560 BC, which was the point of full takeover of our planetary Stargate system. The density 4, dimension 11, fallen Anu Elohim, and the dimension 10, fallen Seraphim, have been invading the lower realities through spiritual breeding for millions of years, perpetually interfering with healing the races. The Jehovian and Thothian Anunnaki allied with the Galactic Federation 25,500 years ago during the Lucifer Rebellion and declared war on the founders and all angelic humans. They placed the Nibiruian Dyadic Crystal Grid, NDGC, in the Earth's crust, and they control the Jehovian seals that are on the left side of the body. They hijacked our planetary stargates, which are also the portals we incarnate through. This is why a lot of indigos, starseeds, and empaths are born into families that are not their soul family. Full invasion of Earth and full access to our stargates by the invading force occurred in 9570 BC, which resulted in the Atlantean cataclysm, also known as the biblical flood. When our solar system was invaded, the intruder force blew up Maldek, which used to be the 5th planet from the sun in our solar system. Today, the pieces of Maldek are known as the asteroid belt that's located between Mars and Jupiter. Maldek was the feminine planet which linked Earth humanity to its avatar level identity in density 4. Full invasion of Earth and full access to our stargates by the invading force occurred in 9570 BC, which resulted in the Atlantean cataclysm. The Anunnaki and the Galactic Federation caused a pole shift, creating a global flood with the intent to erase our race memory. This was when humanity forgot about its galactic history and the Christos founder races, who could not access us again until the stargates opened in the year 2000. Our genetic parents, the Lyrian feline hominid, Elohi Elohim, Christos founder races, the Guardian Alliance, the Aurora Guardian races, and the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds are now all here. Sorry, allergies are kicking up. My eyes have been watering quite a bit, and I'm always freaking phlegmy. Christos founder races. Long before the creation of the human genetic line, the three primary biological manifests, Christos founder races, were created through the three pre-matter density 4 liquid light Christos field, planets of dimensions 12, 11, and 10. These planets are D12. I don't know if that's density or dimension. Yeah, no, it should be dimension. Dimension 12 just says D12. Aramatena, 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 D11, dimension 11. Avion, Aveyon, and the D10, Vega, which is also called the cradle of creation. The genetic codes and manifestation blueprints for every life force now manifested in our universe has emerged from the combining of the genetic templates of these three primary Christos founders, races of density 4, and their various biological expressions. So the eternal life lotus. The eternal life lotus is patterned after source spiral mathematics. The source spiral is a progressive mathematical code for the expansion of currents following the 12-sphere eternal life fractal grid, perpetual motion, radiation encryption that allows the eternal life system in which the spark units self-spark and generate quantum. The source spiral represents the mathematical formula of eternal life, living quarks, and the natural core rhythm of how atoms are made. The interplay between the probability dominions of the spirit body and the light body are what generate the core quantum and creates the continuation of the source spiral. The source spiral and the mathematical sequence from which it emerges comes directly from the 0 point or central point of union. And the 0 point and the central point of union is your heart center. That is the connection to the galaxy, the cosmos, through the heart bloom of doom, Metatronic. The bloom of doom is the false flower of life pattern, also called the daisy of death. It has 60-degree lotus arcs rather than the natural 45-degree angle that allows for eternal life, breathing. This traps the life force energy within the grid, creating a suction effect. Fallen consciousness, such as the fallen angelics and the imposter spirits, exist due to the Metatronic code configuration in the planet. In the cycles of evolution, the opposing expression reaches the point of which it jeopardizes the eternal life expression and continued existence of cosmic order. Spiritual death science technology. The 7 unnatural Jehovian seals. These distortions or energetic implants are 7 Jehovian seals or Metatronic implants. The Templar seal, Templar Axion seal, cell death programs, the Zeta seal, the Crown of Thorns, and the Tower of Babel seal, the 7 Jehovian seals, or death seals, are located in the Earth's grid. And since the human anatomy is energetically identical to Earth's energetic system, all incarnating beings receive these 7 death seals. The Ku Vika, Da Vika, Ra Vika codes have ability to override the Jehovian seals in physical and planetary body. The Moon and Saturn ET frequency control technology. And I had a meditation right around the new year. I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee. Give me a sec. My mocha chocolate coffee that I made here at home. I didn't even go get it anywhere. So, the Moon Saturn ET frequency control technology. Around New Year's, I was meditating. I put it in my journal. And something just kind of came to me. And I said, people are living in or on the moon. And I know it sounds insane, but I don't know. Like I had been meditating for over a half an hour, and it just kind of came to me. So I don't know if somebody was trying to tell me something or what this message was, but I kind of felt like that. And then I also, the other day, was on Twitter, and somebody was talking about something about the cosmos. And I said, I think the stars are souls. And his response back was, they are. So I'm just sharing like random thoughts and random things that have come into my mind. And I don't know if this is just connecting to the universe. But so this kind of coincides with that. So from the Guardian perspectives, our moon is an inorganic structure and did not come from our solar system. The moon is an artificial satellite locked into orbit with the Earth body's magnetic core. It was brought here during the last war between the Pleiadians and the reptilians. The moon is a craft stolen from war and stripped to be refitted for its current use as a reptilian and gray alien base. These are beings living inside of it. Even now, its use was for practical reasons to be able to have a moon base in close proximity to monitor and adjust the magnetic fields of the planet. The moon base has technology that holds the magnetic spin rates that keep the connections open to the wormholes they have created. Our solar system has been damaged through the misuse of creation physics by fallen angelic races, ripping holes in time as well as wormholes. Transmitting artificial intelligent beams through which corrupted the ultraviolet wave spectrum. So yeah. Crazy. Unnatural hexagon in the North Pole of Saturn generates control frequency. And then it's superimposed by the moon. Yeah, man. So the Christic, Krystic, perpetual life sacred geometry of symbology. The mathematics of these symbols are based in 15-dimensional unified field creation physics. These symbols are the mathematical programs that, when run through your consciousness into the right parts of your body, your DNA template activates the corresponding frequencies. Blueprints of matter and consciousness can be altered by using symbols, also called geomancies, which appear as geometrically formed light symbols. In Kalantic science, we use the geomancy control codes in conjunction with the chakras and key parts of multidimensional anatomy to progressively activate the silicate matrix crystal gene, which is the diamond sun DNA. This allows the ability to correct the morphogenetic field and the distortions in our DNA. And I talked about frequency before. And the chakras have different symbols. You can stare at those symbols, the geometry of it. There are, what are they called? A sigil, S-I-G-I-L, I think it is. And those are symbols. I came across a symbol a few weeks ago that when you stare at it, it's supposed to assist in having negative entities be removed. So, in Reiki, there are symbols that are used in the healing. So, this is pretty interesting. Shows how much has been hidden, and how I've said before, everything is energy and frequency. Your thoughts are frequency. Your thoughts are creators. And we've talked about tapping into the subconscious mind. So this Thothian Luciferian agenda, these fallen angelic puppeteers, they're specifically groomed the Illuminati hybrid lines to be their representatives and the ground crew carrying out the physical tasks required to gradually implement the consciousness enslavement blueprint of the New World Order to be fully executed during the pinnacle stage of the ascension cycle. These human Anunnaki hybrids were conditioned, implanted, and prepared to be the primary Luciferian bloodlines that would be assigned into the highest echelon of global planetary leadership and would come to be known as the Levithian or Illuminati bloodlines. Fallen angelic Anunnaki and the draconian races controlling elite bloodlines have DNA access to their Levithian host bodies, and they also heavily implant the astral and the mental bodies of their hosts with AI for a complete takeover of the personality. I mentioned the Vril and the proboscis entering through the eye. So I wonder if that's what that is referencing, the takeover. Dimension 11, Dark Avatar incarnates George H.W. Bush. He was one of the dark ones. When George Bush Sr. died, guardians confirmed that he was the holder of the Atom Belial Sun, S-U-N, 9/11 strand. The holder of the Atom Belial Sun, 9/11 strand. Wonder if that's significance to the 9/11 incident. Fallen angelic archetypes, and his role here was to actually embody and station that architecture in a physical form of which he could wield this dark avatar power to gain full control on the earth. So this is like saying, this is how this particular bloodline of the Bush family was able to accumulate massive wealth power and help to control the narrative through black magic used to maintain the entire power elite structure. So if he was the embodiment of the Belial Sun agenda, it seems likely members of the family have been involved in intergenerational blood covens. With some interactions with satanic rituals as well. Dismantling alien architecture, the world management team. And the world management team consists of people like Queen Elizabeth, the Pope, the Rothschilds, fallen angelics have put a governing team in place to manage Earth called the World Management Team. The groups of people who operate these team agencies are controlled by the Anunnaki and Draconian invaders and are instructed to carry out plans devastating to humanity. The secret government consists of 13 permanent inner members. These members recruit lieutenants for their team agencies to execute their agendas on the earth plane. They share their power and money with them. Some of these team agencies are the following: world government, including royal families, the Catholic Church, the Vatican, healthcare system, hospitals, drug companies, secret societies, banks, schools, multinational corporations of the world, communication systems, TV, radio, newspapers, the world management, which is also the New World Order, the Satanic New World Order. So, this is a good and evil battle. This is a spiritual war, and this is a war after your soul, your DNA, and your consciousness. The playful goddess Sophia allowed herself to experience her dark night of the soul in the hands of fallen angelics. But now she has risen as she playfully dances and moves forth the mother arc frequencies from the 7 high heavens of Andromeda to reclaim her solar feminine Christos. Aurora Christos and Mother Arc Intelligence are reclaiming the original ancient Christ Templar knowledge for this earth. So, I know this was a lot, and some of it might not all resonate for some. Some people are on different levels. We have to remember that we all have our own journey, and we're all experiencing our own dynamic going on here. But I wanted to explore this a little bit. Some crazy shit. the pyramids in Egypt and everything, I think those are portals. It's all connected, this energetic grid. So, one last thing in regards to the divine Trinity. When you're thinking, when it's applied to thinking, so the divine Trinity as applied to the thinking process. The mind is located in the pineal gland, which centers the two lobes of the brain, the left and right hemisphere. Thought waves of sensing extend from the still center of knowledge and power. The goal of man is to think from his knowing mind instead of just sense from his brain, which is but a central switchboard for body sensations and a storehouse of sense-recorded memories through the senses. As both brain lobes are equal mates with equal power, both carry the positive sign. The mind is still and therefore carries the sign of negation of motion. The bar magnets of science should be thus symbolized as their poles are equal but opposite ends of the spectrum. So the pineal in the middle is the mind and the knowing. That is our connection to spirit. The word Merkaba is actually composed of three separate words. Mer, which means light, Ka, which means spirit, and Ba, which means body. Put together, these three words connote the union of spirit with the body surrounded by light. The symbol, which takes the shape of a star, is believed to be a divine vehicle made entirely of light and designed to transport or connect the spirit and body to higher realms. Ancient Jewish texts reveal that the word is also the Hebrew for chariot, and the Bible reveals that the word Merkaba itself is found in the Old Testament a total of 44 times. To attain wisdom, one must first learn to be willing to accept it. Ignorance and apathy only serve to fixate one of their lives. The true Merkaba meaning will never be revealed to people whose minds are plagued with disbelief. So, I hope this was interesting for you. I've got a lot more things I want to talk about, and I'm going to continue to share the knowledge. So when I say there's a lot going on, I mean there's a lot going on, a lot more than we have any idea about. But there is an an awakening that is happening here. And I'm going to keep tapping into my gifts so I can be of service in this new earth. So have fun, find joy in your life, dance, sing, laugh. Feed your soul. Fuel the spirit. Work on those vibrations and your own frequency. You can find me on my website, jjlotustherapy.com. I am continuing to add to my collection of videos. I'm going to work on some things, some other stuff for the chakras, tapping into the Kundalini energy, and I want to do another breath technique, alternate nostril breathing, and breath of fire are the ones on my next list of to-dos. I'm here to help, I'm here to guide, and I'm here to be of service to God. I am the lotus, I come from the mud, shining bright the light. Namaste.